As we head towards the general election on Conservative Manifesto Day, we're in the party's traditional northern stronghold, cruising through the Cheshire countryside to get a steer on how people are feeling.
Are you excited about the general election? No.
And whether the Prime Minister's tax-cutting promises could change the direction of this campaign.
Of course I'm right, I'm Dave.
Yeah, I've got 3 or 4 of them.
And so we start with Dave, who hired us his boat for the day on the Macclesfield Canal.
Well, look at state of country.
Go on, what do you think of the state of the country?
Well, no, I can tell by these. You know, like 2 years ago, they were out every day. Now, they're only out at weekends. Because nobody's got any money.
So actually, telling people they can keep more of their cash or cut their taxes, that might win people over, might it?
Trouble is, if you cut taxes, what's the government going to do? They're going to grab it off somewhere else.
This constituency has been Tory for more than a century. It's never had a Labour MP. And in the last general election, the Conservative majority in Macclesfield was 10,000 plus. And yet, in this election, according to the polls anyway, Macclesfield could go Labour.
As we cruise, we come across Claire, out walking her dog Bruno, an as-yet undecided voter, who's also unsure about today's manifesto promises from the Tories.
How can you cut taxes if the NHS is in such a mess? And it's, I just think they're as full of promises that they can't keep, to be honest with you.
Claire's weariness and distrust is not to be mistaken for apathy. She will vote, she told me, but so far, the leaders' debates and policy promises haven't convinced her.
You're actually listening to what they're saying and you're wanting someone to win you over.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think, come on Bruno, I don't think either of them have, to be honest. I'd say at this moment I'd be, leaning towards Rishi Sunak for what he's done for the economy, But, you really want to be wowed by Keir Starmer, but I just wasn't.
Next stop, Bollington, and one of the old mills now filled with small businesses, including a bike repair workshop run by Chris. He's one of the millions of self-employed people Rishi Sunak hoped to win over today.
He wants to get rid of national insurance for self-employed.
Well, it would be a start, but there's so many other ways that they could help us. I think at the present moment in time, you've got corporation tax at 25% from 19%. They're not talking about that. You've got other income tax possible rises and things like that. So they're not helping the sort of basic businessman, really.
With a tax-cutting manifesto, today Rishi Sunak wanted to shift the focus from apologies to policies. But even in the safest of Tory seats, will that be enough for voters to throw him a lifeline?
Claire Fallon, and these are the candidates running to be the next MP of Macclesfield.